The corridors of justice at the Milimani law courts lay silent, in contrast to previous years, where you could literally feel and see the wheel of justice at work. Since the country reported its first coronavirus case, in line with social distancing regulations, the judiciary led by Chief Justice David Maraga announced that courts would be closed indefinitely, and alternatively, technological platforms adopted where cases would be heard, mentioned and determined remotely. For more than 2 months and following a directive by the CJ, it was expected that some of the restrictions would be eased and courtrooms opened to the general public. This, however, was not actualized, despite many appearing outside courtrooms nationwide, eager for justice. Part of Maraga's advisory was that several modalities agreed upon for resuming normalcy, including testing and sensitizing staff as well as the general public on the COVID-19, stationing of washing points at strategic points including hand sanitizers and thermoguns at every point be adhered to. Regular fumigation of court premises, including courtrooms that once reopened, an ideal bench will then be required to sit 3 people at most to adhere to social distancing guidelines that include mandatory wearing of face masks. The number of people in courtrooms will also be monitored, with only an essential number allowed in. Across the country, however, it appeared that the precautionary measures required were not in place. As a result, the courtrooms remained closed. Proceedings, however, continued outside the court grounds. At the Mombasa law courts, the threshold was also not met. The citizens and advocates of the court in turn expressed their frustrations regarding the delay in reopening the courts.
Hatujielewi yani tuko katika nchi gani, kwa sababu mahakama ni kitu ambacho kinatakikana kifanye kazi masaa yote, na ikiwa ni kufungwa kwa dharura tu aidha mwezi mmoja au miezi miwili.
In the western county of Bungoma, meanwhile, citizens also hope that the matter will be sorted out this week as the courts continue to deal with an increasing backlog of cases.
Ni kweli Chief Justice amesema mahakama yaendelee, lakini on the ground I think things needs to be worked out.
Matters mingi zimekuwa zikiahirishwa zile ambazo zilikuwa na tarehe hii wakati ya COVID.
Naelekeza vile tutafanya so that tuchukue matarehe kotini ndio tujue tunaanza kazi namna gani, lakini bado shughuli hazijaanza vizuri.
Normal operations were expected to resume in almost all courts across the country. The directive issued by Chief Justice David Maraga, however, seems to have been plagued by a myriad of challenges. It is now a case of wait and see whether the corridors of justice will once again be opened to the public. Shukri Wachu, K24, at the Milimani Law Courts, Nairobi.